Echoes of his footsteps caught dully on the wooden floor of the church as he paced up and down, his breath a mist in front of his face. He laughed half-heartedly as he remembered what seemed a lifetime ago, playing as if he was a dragon. He returned to the seat in the corner. Nothing happened. There was no noise save the half-echoes of his breathing as he sat there, on the seat in the corner of the church. No noise, no movement, just a sense of unease precipitating through the air around him. Nothing changed. His fingers drummed inconsistently on the side of his leg, like the beat of an African drum softly sounding in the distance. He shivered. Looking out the window situated in the wall above him, he could see the sun setting far off in the distance, reminding him yet that the world was moving on without him. Nothing stirred. Growing tired of the dull recesses inside the building, he got up and moved outside. He sat on the steps leading up to the entrance to the building, staring off into the dark and cold of the night. The moon hanging far above in the night sky provided some illumination, but not so much as he would have liked. Nothing uttered a sound. For a brief moment he cast his gaze upwards, at the night sky above him. He was almost surprised at the brilliance of the stars, how they gleamed in the night sky this far from the city. But they did not hold his gaze for long. He reached for the backpack he had brought, and pulled out a blanket. He wrapped up tight and leant half asleep against the wall of the church, watching the night roll past. Nothing moved during the night. He woke while it was still dark, stirring with a desperate need for a pee. Leaving his blanket and backpack on the steps, he got up and went into the church. On his right, the door to the toilet was locked. A rancid smell seeped through from the other side. He resorted to the bushes outside. Nothing was disturbed by its presence. The battered steps leading up to the bell tower spiraled beneath his feet. The walls loomed over him as he made his way up to watch for the sunlight. He broke a nail while wrestling with the mighty oak door at the very top of the tower, something he would regret later. Nothing was waiting for him as he returned to his spot at the front of the church. It began to rain as he prepared his breakfast, which was not much, just some food hastily grabbed from the pantry at home. He gathered his belongings and moved back into the church. Far above him the rain frolicked upon the roof of the once grand building. Some of the tiles at the front of the church had evidently broken as a steady trickle of water thudded through the air. He stayed at the back of the church throughout the rain. Nothing was outside in the rain, soaking in the tears of heaven gushing from the sky. The rain had stopped by midday, and he left the church. Hardly looking back, he carried with him his backpack slung over his shoulder in a grimace of sorts. He was going to return to the city, to his home deep in the suburbs. His neighbours, when asking where he had been, would get little more than a shrug and some vague comment about some cousin living far away. He left nothing behind.